Yeah, for those of you that have been following, I know that you're on your tenterhooks. You're like, now, what are they going to talk about? What are they going to talk about? The bad orientation of the women, I know that we have talked about that. Them being entitled, them having bad influence, them looking in the wrong places. And I think I like what you have just said when it comes to the men pursuing the women, that some men have come out to pursue the women, but the women are also busy pursuing something else. So if she's pursuing a married man because a married man is going to take her to Dubai, because a married man is going to take her to, to US, because he has the money, because he has the picture, dresses the way she wants, smells the way she wants, and all of a sudden she's dying and head over heels over the married man who is not her man, but she is busy running away. And let me tell you, there is something about running in the wrong direction that people master all their energies. Now go mubuto nenga, they're running to the wrong direction.
And guess what? That married man was made by someone.
I know.
Yeah, was made by someone,
and they will always run back to that person.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
Yeah, and
she will always value that woman.
He will always value that woman, but that is why I also tell the women to value themselves. That when you build a man and that man has the audacity to think that they can belong sambala to just anyone, make decisions that concern you, not even concerning both.
Okay,
of
now
you.
the real you comes out.
Yeah.
Let's dive into what. Why aren't men pursuing?
Why should people entertain?
Why aren't men pursuing you? Women.
No, I really think when it comes to the things that are happening in the men's life, without even coming to the reality of it all, some people these days, or some men these days, are really, really very lazy. We talked about the broke and lazy man, the one who does not want to work. When will he get the guts to come and approach? Most of the time, he will actually wait for women to approach, because there are women in this age and era who actually approach men. So when a woman approaches her, then it's like, you know what, you go to and say, so you're going to actually sustain this relationship. So that means the relationship becomes one-sided. Whenever the woman wants to go out, that's when she calls. The man will never make plans, because how are you going to make plans when you don't have money? That, you know what, let's go and watch a movie when you know you don't have money. Let's go and have a coffee when you know you don't have money. So some men, by the way, they would rather be somewhere all they can buy are computer games, sit in their homes, by computer games that have been bought by women, and they are busy like this, and when they're hungry, they're like, they send a message to a woman who is in an office somewhere. Hi babe, I'm really hungry. I don't know what's going to happen today. And then the woman is like, you know what, I'm going. And then there are women also, I don't know what they think how. Because if you're 50 and above and you're thinking the best I can get is a 30-year-old, and you're busy sending them, like, let me just send takeaway to you, because maybe that man is going to service you. Not even a man, that boy is going to service you, because now it's about servicing. Scratch me, I scratch you.
Okay, that's one way to look at it, Hilda.
Yeah, but there is that laziness that I've really seen. I've witnessed among
Number two,
some men.
Yes, gata kochino. Over availability. Too much available. Extremely available. Kakati kino muyinza obutakikiriza. But Hilda, women self-deliver,
I know,
themselves
on a silver platter
to men. Now, us men, naturally we are hunters. We like it when we are pursuing something. But before you send a message, just like the example I gave by the way, and I'm serious, there's someone sending a note. Someone, musanze somewhere, no more win number. You're the next thing sending it your nudes.
Oh Lord.
But guess what? This side, we are telling the young men, these are some of the signs you should take care of. When you see this, run away. So bwalaba omusending the nudes, nga tanaba nakugamba kintu kyonna, omuweereza ebbeere. Agamba bali weereza bameka.
I know, nga kikumi mu inbox.
So genda okulaba the guy is ghosting you. From the word go.
Akuweereza broadcast message.
Availability.
That is true.
In our days, at night you could rarely find a girl walking. These days, you find more girls on the streets than men.
Kumbe naked, very skimpy.
More girls on the streets than men in our days at 8 p.m. Where? Ngomusanga wa mwana wani. omusanga wako kubo. I was raised in Jinja. You know, and we used to go out in the night ngabalenzi, you know, boys who are just bored, like around 8-9 nga tuyige embwa ne tuzikuba ku kyalo. Embwa just real dogs. We used to do that as now nga it's almost impossible to find almost impossible. You could be like 10 guys all interested in one girl. These days it's the opposite. It's 10 girls pursuing one guy.
I know.
Over
and they're head over heels and they're really trying.
Over availability.
Do some men
you don't need to do any work to get a girl.
I know. You don't. By the way, you don't.
You don't.
They will self-deliver. They will take care of themselves. They will even marry themselves. They will introduce themselves. They will do everything.
There was a day I met a guy who jumped out of a relationship like after 2 weeks. We met in a supermarket. Now this is one of my boys that I have mentored. When I bumped into him in a supermarket with a girl, he was like, "Oh, Uncle Tim, I'm so happy to see you. How are you, Papa? Blah blah blah." No, I'm fine. He was with a girl, and he was like, "Please meet my friend." And the girl was, "No, fiancé."
Hey, how do you leave someone behind without properly introducing them?
The guy said, "My friend," and she said, "My husband to be my fiancé." And then now
oh no.
And after that, the guy was like, "Uncle Tim, I need to meet you." Then Mugamba, "No, we can meet over coffee." I was like, "You know, I'm so sorry about what happened in the supermarket when we met." Mugamba chichi. Nangamba, "You know, omwala nesibyeko." Those were the words. I don't think I can go on. I think I'm ending it. She introduces me as her
fiancé and husband.
And I have never, but that's not too cow. But them mwetegereza, I'm just trying to over availability. Now you understand that? No wonder after 2 weeks they
called it.
The guy was like, "No, I can't go on with this." Probably I nachantega chesitegera nga nesibyeko nnyo.
I know.
You get the point? Can't you have a stopper? Can't you at least have some value? Can't you have some self-respect? Can't you have some restraining? A bit of restraining, a bit of some respect.
Love yourself.
Mulino gamba nti omanyi kale mbadde ngenda muweereza message sijja giweereza kangume bw'aba wakunde kandeke kangumiikirize. Can't you have that? Because that's what intrigues us as men. That there is some work for me to do.
That is huge.
Huge. Give me some work. Let me feel like I won you over. I don't want to feel like
you just served yourself and just pulled me and took me.
Over availability
for the women.
It's too much. It's
too
extreme and annoying.
And it's everywhere. In the heathens, in the church, it's everywhere. Women, we really have to re-strategize, to rethink this game. Like, seriously speaking, at some point I'm thinking about starting a club for the single ladies, just to make sure that we go through the principles of what will make a real lady ready for marriage and actually even sustain a marriage. Because it's one thing okwetega omuntu, yes, omweri pieko kumukono. You're saying that, he's my fiancé, he is my husband to be. But after that, as in, he's going to feel like you are boxing him in. He's going to feel like you're locking him in. He doesn't know why you're locking him in. And then there is no marriage.
There's no marriage.
Even when Nobo Musika, let me tell you, there are men that have been dragged to the altar.
Yeah.
Men that have been taken like sheep that is going to be slaughtered.
I saw a certain video.
I know.
I saw a certain video that was posted by a certain blogger. And this is a couple. Bafumbirwagani naye nga guy engeri gya matching nga tayogera na muntu nga is pushing the cameraman away. Don't take my picture. Ani agambye okunkuba ekifaananyi semberayo. I was like, whoa.
It's possible he didn't want.
And I don't know. The caption was like, who is doing this to men? Who is dragging men to the altar?
I know. Let me tell you, men are being dragged.
A little excited.
Bazina aba yakoze makeup aba yalese Noah Instagram live nga wali women Instagram live. They take all angles. Men are being dragged to the altar. And just like when you hit the point of over availability, I can really see that it has ruined so many women's chances to even settle into proper marriages.
Very true.
And
Absolutely.
a man will run away for his dear life, only sometimes to bump into a wrong one.
Yeah, because what goes on in our mind as men is probably unachontega, you know, because at the point where I expect at least to do some work, you're doing all the work for me.
I know.
Before I talk about an introduction,
You've already
proposed the introduction. Before I talk about proposal, ne ringo juguzi.
I know.
Njukuambazi. So I'm like, what's up? What's going on here?
Jesus.
It's
a lot.
Yeah. So you can't take for granted the fact that over availability here has ruined, really
lack
destroyed,
of self-respect.
Destroyed the real virtue. Okay, that we're looking for, something that we want to value, something that we love, something that we want to treasure. Hilda.
And I know there are some women who will counter this and say, but whenever we don't lift a finger to do anything, the men are not doing
exactly
anything.
It's because you're under a lot of pressure coming from your friends and your family, okay, to quickly get into something and be quick on your way out.
And yet you're not getting it.
No, you're quickly getting in so that you can quickly run out.
Not worth
There are more people running out than people coming in.
Yeah.
Why get in and
take your time
and then just run out?
Don't rush. I think it's
you have all your savings of about 30 million
last time.
Exactly. You've saved your money 30 million, 50. Push it into an introduction that you know it's not gonna work.
I know.
And the guy is only wondering. The other introduction I attended
to show off.
The other introduction I attended, a girl came to me after the introduction crying. And she said, you can't believe it, this guy, even with my money that I gave him to buy things, and she was crying.
Oh Lord.
She was crying. She was saying, I gave him money. Nemuga, please don't shop. Buy things, okay, that will impress.
That will make people respect.
Who is buying?
The woman.
Giving the guy?
The girl, even, not even the woman.
The girl, actually. Giving the guy the money. And then the guy ate the money.
And brought sambala. Because like, why a girl in you, so I will come. So
the girl cried.
After that.
And at that point, I'm like, now, how do I speak into this girl's life?
That you're already ruining your marriage before it even begins. Mlekalete akabiditi wabaka asobola. As in, bwaba chasobola, let them bring that.
Do you know what it means, Hilda? Okwamba zempita.
I know.
I've married you. You are mine. Now we're going better go ajingu.
You've gone out. I know. Then who is marrying who?
Then who is marrying who?
I know.
Then
I oh Lord, that is too cheap. Too cheap.
Much as we take these lightly and for granted, but there are some things that we're struggling with when we get in. There's some issues that we're struggling with. That's why you end up in the same space of being the head of the home, because the guy signed out long time ago. When he had questions and they were never answered, he stayed with his questions until he got in, and he's only wondering, when will I get out of this?
You actually fought to that position. What I hear you say is, women, can you rest? Yeah. Can you slow down?
Listen, this is what I tell some of the girls that I meet. Number 2, okay? No one should ever pressurize you or push you into marriage. They're not the ones getting married.
Yeah.
So rest. Wumula. As in, wumula. No one said you must be in a relationship.
By this age, this is a milestone. No one is counting milestones. Yeah.
No one is pushing you that. I mean, everyone is in a relationship. It's only they're not telling you how ugly it is.
Not everyone, I know.
It's only they're not telling you how toxic it is. Yeah. They are not telling you how disrespected they are being disrespected. What they are showing you is what they want you to see.
Yeah, on Instagram, on display.
There was this young girl that married a man that is a married man. One, a married man. Number 2, very old.
Yeah.
And then she knew, because now these were the talks. So the girl wanted to impress every one of her friends that the guy amalako. And she even used to post that we have had 2 rounds of sex.
On what? Facebook? nti eno yakagwa
yakagwa
N'alangirira.
obufumbo tebwaweza mwaka nga buwedde
Kyekyo.
nga bugenze because who are you trying to impress out there
no one
ani bwogezaako kukakasa
Wasting time.
bwogezaako kutukakasa nga tutegeeza olina kyolwanagana nakyo munda
I know.
that's why
Always
ogezaako
kituufu.
tukakasa abatakakasa bamanyi bali shuwa
Bali wagumu.
oba bali mu round mukaaga
naye tewali agenda
basimula akatuyo
kulangirira.
kaabwe mu kisi mukasirisa and life continues.
I know. Next.
What is there to advertise about your sex life? Bana abagenda ku gundi ku bugundi bawita batya real talk TikTok and they're naked in bed.
I know, and you're like, who is watching what and why?
What is
Don't you
wrong
have
with
better
this
things
generation?
to do? I know.
The modern girl has the wrong orientation when it comes to marriage
And the wrong
and
mentorship.
commitment and the wrong mentorship. Hilda, you have a lot of work to do. Trust me.
And sometimes they don't know they need it.
They don't. If they knew, they wouldn't be doing the things that they are doing. Every girl thinks that if I show you my big bums
Bum
and
and,
my big
the
hips
thigh
and blah,
and,
blah, 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 then you're hooked. And the guy is saying, okay.
I have seen so many of those.
Not only that, but atunda yolesa yakolaki
Yamazaawo amangu.
yamazaawo amangu kati katumalewo mangu
Kyekyo.
okumalawo means do you know what it means? Discarding.
Yeah, I know.
Because anything that you consume ends in a toilet somewhere, be flushed out. So there's no commitment to it.
That is too cheap.
So if you consumable,
You consumed goods, consumable goods. Bakumalewo mangu.
bamalewo mangu.
Bakwabule.
So if you're a product, malawo.
Bamalewo.
We're not looking for that. We're looking for commitment. We're looking for a woman to
Longevity,
call a wife.
yeah, in marriage.
A wife. It means it comes from a man's mouth.
To create a woman,
Create
a home.
Yes, and a wife. As in, muchala wangi. And that's why you give them your name.
Wow. I hope that, guys, I hope we are learning. I know that we are stepping on a few toes and we are shaking some
Which is
expensive
okay.
drinks, which is okay. Let's
And
shake
you're
those. I want us to also talk about the men fearing rejection, because I think we have seen that trait so many times whenever we are counseling young men who want to get into marriages or who want to get into relationships. They have a lot of fear, and some of them it's even characterized by lack of confidence to even approach, because when I approach, what if they say no? What if, and those people love a certain type of women and they feel like those certain types of women are out of their leagues, so sometimes they take a back seat, and whoever is around them, they feel like this is a person that is low and they are not to my magnitude, my standard.
Rejection in itself will always have a background. One who fears to be rejected, two things. Okay, it's been rejected before, which is the most obvious one.
And they think it can happen again.
And it can happen again. Then number two, it's the upbringing.
Yeah.
There are some people who were told don't speak up in public. Shh. Every time
quiet.
they try to, so their esteem, their confidence. We have in our
has been shattered.
In our men's meet, we have them who come to us and tell us, I'm trying to build my confidence again. I'm trying to, I'm nurturing a broken heart. I don't know how to revive or to be able to be confident, strong again, you know, because I've gone through A, B, C, D, and Z. So we have such scenarios, but the major ones are those two. Okay.
They've been rejected again, so they fear that.
So they fear that it will happen.
It's
so
a
what
girl
we do,
that they loved so
what
much.
we do, we help them understand that whoever rejected you was not yours.
Yeah.
God saved you.
Yeah.
Thank God she went.
You
Yours
dodged a
is
bullet.
coming. Yes. So we try to build their confidence by speaking into them and telling them that, you know, a man, the real meaning of a man is we go through stuff. You know, the meaning of an open door, when they say an open door, what it really means is opportunities plus difficulties.
Yes.
That is an open door.
That's true.
When a door is opened, that's what Paul says. An open door has been
placed before me,
but many are my adversaries. You understand? So there is an open door, there is an invitation, but there is difficulty mixed with opportunity
coming in.
So what happens is you work hard to sustain the opportunity. You understand?
overcome the
When you look at a
adversary.
rich man, we admire them, but they do more work. Do you know why? They do a lot of work to keep what they have.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to get it, it's another to lose it,
To sustain
and
it,
maintain
yeah.
it or sustain it.
Yeah.
So they do more to sustain it, to keep it. It's like the legacy. Maintaining that legacy and passing it on is not a simple thing. It's a lot of work. So the open door at this point begins with you choosing to see it as an open door. That yes, I've been rejected before, but this is my chance to give it a shot. So are you a real man? Go for it. If they say no,
Try.
walk away smiling.
Yeah.
Now, in our sales trainings, I mean, you can knock at 20 doors and no door opens.
Yeah.
And that does not stop you from knocking
Everyone
at another door.
chases you away.
I keep knocking at, and when I'm knocking at these doors, I'm giving them an open invitation to an opportunity. Much
And
as
if
I'm
they don't
looking,
want it,
much as I'm looking for an
get money.
opportunity, but I'm giving them an opportunity. To.
Yeah, yeah. You're trying to solve their problem.
I'm trying to solve your problem. That's why I'm here. So when you don't want it, I'm not.
Most people who don't do
I'm
sales
not
is-
disappointed. I'm not
they fear
disappointed.
rejection, yeah.
I'm not disappointed that you've not. It's only that you've not yet, maybe gotten the resources to be able to buy my services.
Okay, that's how you take it. And that's a mindset shift.
It's a mindset shift. So
That keeps
I
you
choose.
going.
I choose to say
Positive
"Bale kati balina budget
attitude.
si, tebateredde bulungi," so I'm giving them time. I'll still
I'll come back later.
come back.
But another one feels like they don't see me again. They don't want to see me again. They don't want my products. They hate me. And so they never advance in life.
Yeah.
So the fear of rejection for some men, and some women are not making it any easier for them, because there are some women nabo ngawe tugambira orientation bogera bubi.
Yeah.
They are not polite at all.
Yeah.
They are not respectful. They are not loyal. Like I've looked at certain women and I'm like, but who brought you up? Like you seem to have so many problems within yourself before you even look at any external factors, but within yourself. As in, someone has come to even just say hi. No mubuzo yagalachi.
Yeah.
How do you expect them to come? They're not going to come back.
Yeah.
And then after that, you also need a man in your life.
Yeah. That's true.
Obadde ngamba ki? Olwokuba you have your own stresses. You can have your own stress and still put on an elegant smile
And you
and
lose
be
nothing.
very respectful, and you lose nothing.
You lose
as a
nothing
woman.
when you smile. I've been in such places like banks, you know, some of these corporate places where you walk in and it's like wayombi no muntu, and
They look at you literally.
you're like, I pity the guy in your life.
I know.
Yeah, that's by the, and sometimes I tell them, God, with that attitude, aish,
And then you have a man in your life.
I pity the guy.
If you can display it here in a working arena.
No, the first time I've just walked to your table. And we no linga go bayiridde super gundi ani gundi
Super good.
sukali gulu. We nawe no linga yayombye olinga go bafuide doom.
Feed the doom.
Hey,
I know, but it's
like
so,
you have a stomach ache.
it's so annoying.
Buli
It's
kimu
so
kyonna.
annoying.
But only to realize the embeera ze.
But again,
Kakati njagala ombolire. Era guy afuna maso. N'awangula omuntu bw'atyo.
N'akuwasa.
Mba njagala ne mukolako omukwano.
N'akuzaalamu abaana.
Nedda mukola mukono omukwano mugamba manyina kye njagala okuyigirako. Mukyalo oyo wamuwangula otya?
Kyekyo.
Wako. Because you must be a hardliner.
I know.
Yeah. Hey.
But what annoys is finding a 22-year-old, 24-year-old who is like that.
Who's like that? Yeah.
And there are so many.
Wenango tunulanga ensigo yakwata, you 22 but you look like you're 45.
No. Nenkanyenya zitandise okujja ku face. You all look like you have so many problems. So some of those things are actually hindering. Boba, if you're the kind, and that is why I say take self-audit. Okay, do a self-inventory. Like, are you kind at heart? Because everything that you want, just like we said, you have a long list of things that you want from the other person. Do you have those things?
Yeah.
If you don't have those things, then go take yourself in a closet somewhere, pray, work on yourself before you even come out to want to disturb anyone else.
I agree, yeah.
Because then you're going to be a total accident. Whoever comes into your life is going to be, messed up. And you don't want to mess up people. Yeah. So for those of you that have been saying, I know so many ladies, I mean, but men are not approaching, there's also a stress factor. We live in a world where there's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Some men are not good handlers of stress. I think women handle stress more than men. A woman will not have money, but she will try to figure out how she can eat. She will try to figure out how she can cut her budgets.
A lot
how
of
she
respect
can,
to the women,
they can handle multiple things at the same time. While a man, when the world pushes you to a corner somewhere,
you break easily.
Namanyi agagamba kankwani yutogalina like uganaye mfachi. You get it? You seek to put your life together before you even do anything else. And there are some men who have been very genuine and told me that, you know what, I don't want to bring anyone in this mess. I don't want. Let me go through my mess. And as soon as I'm out of it, I can be able to bring in someone. And but they're genuine. They just don't know how to handle stress enough.
But again, Hilda, when I'm with my men, I tell them, I don't think you would want to get someone right now
to stress you.
It's from, I'm trying to take care of me. Right now.
I'm the priority.
Before
I'm building me.
I can be able to take care of another. So give me time, I take care of me, so that by the time I bring you in, I can take care of you.
And that's very
otherwise
genuine.
If you come in when I'm in this condition,
we'll mess it up. That's very true. Wow, we love you guys. We care about you. For those of you that have questions, please make sure that you send those questions to the numbers on your screen, or send them to our social media platforms. We'll be able to actually get them. I know that it's not an easy world out there, and I know that we have specialized problems, not problems that apply to everyone else, but you have your own thing that you're going through, and you feel like no one has touched it, or you want it to be addressed. Please send it through. We will be able to actually talk, and we'll be able to break it down for you, so that we can live a better life. One thing is, we want to create harmony in relationships and in marriages. It's very possible to have a good marriage, a beautiful marriage, a happy marriage. Very possible.
Exactly. And for the men, we have our Thursday online meetings. Please make sure that you join them. I always share a link
on your Facebook,
on all my socials. All my socials are Tim Sabiti. Tim Sabiti on X,
Instagram, on Facebook.
Twitter. Then on Instagram.
Real talk.
Okay, bye-bye.